Live from the rinks, it's Wednesday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for watching. My name is Jack Ziskin on behalf of our entire crew. We're very excited that you're joining us here for another exciting JV matchup in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Don't forget to give us a follow at LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok for all the latest game recaps, clips, highlights, and analysis from this week's action. And don't forget to check out don't forget to check out lihockey.com by the Long Island Sports Network for all the latest Varsity recaps, as well as power rankings as we head into the midway portion of the season. Playoff race getting underway in this division, in the JV division, in the varsity division, well, all of them for that matter, but this is a game with ramifications for both teams who are at the moment both in the race, but neither necessarily as firmly as they would like. Entering today's matchup, Middle Country was sitting in 8th in the JV division. There's still a lot, there's less ties than there were at the beginning of the season, but, you know, we're still at that point in the year where a lot of teams are neck and neck. But Middle Country sitting at 8th place, they're 3-5. Correction, my apologies. Middle Country's sitting, yes, Middle Country's 8th place, 3-5. St. Anthony's JV Black sitting at 2-4-2. That's good for 10th place in this division. Now, Longwood JV is only 2-3-2. They're coming off a 1-1 tie against St. Anthony's JV Black. So they have a game in hand over both teams entering tonight's matchup. And they're all kind of neck and neck in points. So this is going to be something to watch as we move forward. All three tied at a 6 so far. Right behind Northport Huntington, that team has 7. Leading scorers for tonight's matchup, Harold Stauffer, 20. In blue for Middle Country, he has 18 goals and 9 assists to date this season. If you take a look at the leaderboard for the JV division, available on the Suffolk County High School Hockey League website, that's suffolkcountyhighschoolhockeyleague.org. He is currently leading the JV division right ahead of Nick Busa and Aiden Landrigan. Starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. It appears the Friars will be starting Nicholas Tempone, 32 in white. This will be, I believe this will be his 8th game started for the Friars. He started 7 of 8. Declan Heffernan has started the other one. He's actually the goaltender for St. Anthony's JV Gold, but due to the obvious connection between the two teams, they were allowed to use Heffernan as a backup in case of an absence. In fact, tonight they actually had to call up a freshman goalie because they only have 2 goalies for 2 teams. On the other side, we're going to see it's going to be Andrew Martins or Kenneth Bridgeford Jr. The two split their last matchup against Smithtown Hauppauge. That was a 10-7 barn burner. which ended with a player leaving the ice. It appears Bridgeford Jr. will get the start here tonight as Martins heads to the bench. That player was later reported as having walked out of the facility, so it's okay there. Is now we're going to see the lines to start out for Middle Country. Stauffer will be at center. He'll be flanked by Granahan. I believe that's going to be Sal Riccio on the other side. For the Friars, Peter Kelly is in the dot. 3 goals on the season as the faceoff is won back by Middle Country. Pass intended for Granahan, initially broken up, but he'll chip it in now. On the forecheck, gets it right back. Pass towards the slot. Flyers have it. Correction, Riccio has it for Middle Country. My apologies there. It's an off-angle shot from Granahan. Stauffer goes for the rebound, and we get a whistle and a save. Just 22 seconds in to the opening period. Stauffer's line already pushing. Like I said, these two teams in a 3-way tie with Longwood for that 8th seed currently. As we approach the midway mark of the season, playoff race heats up. These are 2 critical points on the line. Friars chipping in there. That's McMillan as they go to on the other side. The chase and slip past 2 Friars forwards. That shot makes it on net, and then a follow-up attempt turned aside by Bridgeford Jr. Middle Country heads the other way. Stauffer with it. He gains the zone, splits the defense, coming in. Shot goes wide. Good move there. All alone, just couldn't find the finish. Shot from the point is deflected. Riccio on the rebound, couldn't corral it, and now the Friars head the other way. Reedhart's lead pass. Shot turned aside by Bridgeford Jr. That shot coming off the stick of Bissigno. Middle Country heading up ice now. Sent around the wall. Bissigno on it. Bissigno, my apologies. Middle Country covers, but a turnover by Stauffer on a pass in the slot. Friars have a chance in transition. Breakaway opportunity coming in. Bissigno fires a shot. He scores! And the Friars strike first. It's 1-0 St. Anthony's. A great look here in transition. They spring Bissigno. He comes in, and he beats Bridgeford Jr. all alone. Iannacone out at wing. He's on a line with McDowell, who's centering with Zachary Atkinson as well, as the Friars win that back. Now that Middle Country Cougars line is on the forecheck. Shot from Franco is blocked. Good play there from Rainey, and the Friars force a turnover. A chance in transition, another breakaway. Friars coming in, shot turned aside by Bridgeford. He gets the cover. Middle Country. Another turnover leading to an odd man rush. As the Friars win it forward. They have the puck now. Shot from the slot, off the iron. And then a whistle, and it's good. It's good goal. It's a good goal. We're gonna run the replay here. We're gonna see it here because it's a difficult play to track from here. At first, it looked like they only hit the iron, but when you watch that replay, well, there's a reason the on-ice officials make the call and not us sitting up here in the stands and not any of us watching here at home. It's 2-0 Friars. We're just gonna face-off was won by the Friars. They've entered the zone now on the attack. Shot from an off angle, and they score. 3 quick goals for the Friars. Middle Country down by 3 early on. Key points on the line, the Friars came to play. That last one scored by Vincent Mirabella. Face-off is won back by the Friars initially, but Cougars force a turnover. Mirabella with the last 2 for the Friars as a shot on net is turned aside by Tempone. Entering tonight, Mirabella was credited with having 0 goals. He's got 2 already. William Bissigno having scored the first for the Friars. That was assisted by Vito Cicino. As the faceoff is won back by the Friars, they send it up and out of the zone. Cougars collect in their own end. They look to send it up the wall. They do, but now the Friars looking to force a turnover in transition. Puck enters their zone, and Kelly will come away with it. And then they score. Stauffer fires back at 18 entering tonight, has 19 now, and initially it looks like Bissigno is going to have the puck here, but as you can see, Stauffer just steps in so quickly and fires a shot. That whole sequence takes a second and a half, and certainly took me off guard. Definitely seems to have taken the crowd off guard here as the Cougars now on the board. 4 goals in just over 3 minutes. Turnover by Riccio coming in. The Friars can't capitalize. That's Charlotte Riccio, 12 in blue. Turnover forced by the Cougars defense. Lead pass comes to Stauffer. He enters 2-on-2. Tries to make a move, that's broken up. He collects the loose puck, gets tied up with a teammate though. Was trying to move that up the wall, and now the Friars leave the zone. Cougars get it back off a dump in by Sakino, and now Stauffer loses his footing, going for the puck, gets back up, still battling for it. And the Friars break that rush up. Cougars force a turnover, good stick there. And now they enter the zone, McGee with it, cutting to the outside, looking to cut back in on his backhand shot, goes just wide. Great move there from the Cougars forward, and then a pass from Stauffer intended for him won't go. Riccio racing back, but Bissigno beats her outside, fires a shot, turned aside by Bridgeford Jr. And then another shot there, went off the back of the net, might have gone off of Bridgeford Jr. too there. And the Cougars are now looking for a clear. Shot from the point, that's deflected, goes wide. Sent back down low by the Friars. McGee trying to get to it. Pass towards the front of the net, broken up by Stauffer. McGee ends up with it. Looking for the lead pass. And he finds it. Stauffer can't settle it though as it gets deflected by Riccio. Both Riccios on the ice that time. That latter time I was mentioning Sal Riccio, 3 in blue. Turnover forced by the Friars. They're coming in. Carry beneath the goal line. Net has been knocked off by the Cougars. We get a whistle. .5:10 gone by in the first period. 4 goals scored in that span. 3 by the Friars, 1 by the Cougars. And the face-off's won back by McDowell. Friars pounced on it. Cougars now looking to regain possession. McDowell sends it up. High stick on the play, so as the Friars played, that arm goes down from the official. Ionico nearly played it first. Now he gets in the slot. Shot won't go. Rebound won't go for the Cougars. Puck is loose in the slot. Ionico gets a stick on it from his knees. That opportunity won't go for the Cougars. And a smart play from Ionico, recognizing the official had his arm up, as that shot in transition from Kelly is stopped by Bridgeford Jr. Exciting sequence there. Honeycomb actually would have won the race, ends up pulling up thanks to noticing the official's arm in the air for the high sticking. So Reinhardt actually ended up touching that first. And from there, well, we saw it live on the Long Island Sports Network. Face off, one back, sent up the wall, kept in at the line by Sullivan. Kelly on it beneath the goal line. Cougars look to force a turnover. They do. McGee sends it up the wall. Now they head ice in transition. McGee with it, carrying it to the outside, looking for the pass. Gets deflected. Puck is loose in the slot. Tempone covers it. Another strong play there from Ian McGee for the Cougars. Spears up front in the dot for the Cougars. He's got 8 goals, 7 assists. That's good for 15 points in 8 games. Face-off is won by the Friars. They look to head up ice. Palma has it. Gets it past McGee. Cougars recover. They have it. Look to move it back up. Spears with it now after receiving the pass from Franco. Carries to the outside. Cutting back in. Enters on sides. Pulls up. Looking for the pass. Can't find it. Keeps it in along the line. Trying to find a pass there. He does to McGee. McGee makes a move. Walks in. Looking for the shot. Can't find it. And McGee still has this. He puts that towards the net. Poked away by Tempone. McGee has it back. Sullivan on him. And then that play is broken up as Kircher tried to move it up the boards. Puck comes to the point. That shot from Spears is deflected. Friars will send it the length. No, it skips over McGee's stick. No icing. And now the Cougars will look to get the clear, but the Friars will keep it in initially. McGee pulls up there. Good read by the middle country defenseman as they send the puck up the wall, and Kircher looking to connect with Spears there, couldn't. Puck goes flying into the air, for lack of a better term. Spears ends up resetting it to his defenseman, but that pass goes awry from the Cougars in the neutral zone. That turnover forced by Spears. He comes in, poked off his stick. Great play there by Sean McMillan. Riccio ends up firing it back into the zone. But now the Friars are pressing. Coming in, pass across, shot, and a save by Bridgeford Jr. Pass towards the slot. That one won't go. Cougars looking for the clear. Cougars have possession currently. Stauffer now with it, heading up ice. As he fires it in. Granahan will chase, using his speed there, but can't corral the puck initially. Stauffer gets it back, his pass across. No one home for the Cougars. The Friars send it length the ice, and we get a whistle. So after what felt like a never-ending barrage of stoppages earlier on in the game, when we saw 4 goals in the first 5 minutes, game has opened up a little bit here at the rinks. Stauffer won the draw. Riccio gets it back to him. Backhand shot, and the Friars have been called for a penalty, I believe. It appears it'll be Sullivan heading to the box. Cougars will head to the power play. Cross-checking appears to be the call. And now the Cougars have a chance to bring the game within 1. They call a 2-goal lead the worst lead in hockey. And players tend to agree with that philosophy till it's cut in half. Then the 1-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Cougars have won the draw. Puck moves down low. Spears looks to move back up the wall. That won't go. Beneath the goal line now. Friars get the clear. Bridgeford Jr. elects not to play it. McGee now heads up ice. Pass comes to Granahan. A little too far ahead of him. Friars look to send it back down. But Stauffer gets a skate on it. Breaks that up. And now pass intended for him was errant. He gets back on sides. Cougars still off, though, as Granahan couldn't see that play there. And now Bissigno chasing against Spears. And now Spears will head up ice with speed. He gains the zone, cutting in, makes his move. Won't go. Cougars still on it. Stauffer's shot from an off angle won't go. Sent around the wall. It's kept in on the other side. Chip down low. Granahan pinches in on it. Pass to him is in his skates, quite literally, and actually ended up catching it there, trying to keep it in for a teammate. Corral that, couldn't. McGee pass shot, scores! And the Cougars get the power play goal. It's a one-score game. And you see here as they cut to the outside, just a nice pass by McGee, and you can't leave Stauffer uncovered in the slot. You can't leave any player uncovered in the slot, but in this division, he might be the worst one you can leave there. So 10:01 gone by, 5 goals already scored. Cougars gave up 3 initially, but now Stauffer has scored 2 unanswered as the Cougars enter on sides. Ionico worked it in down low. McDowell's pass towards the slot, deflected, and we get a whistle. Atkinson looked to even it up. It's 4 goals, 2 assists, and 7 contests this season. McDowell in the dot, but the Friars win it. Comes out across the line. McGee goes for it. Carries it beneath his own goal line. Looks to head up ice, but the bouncing puck has to be settled first. Chipped up the wall, turnover forced by the Friars. Coming in. Pass broken up by Brower, a good defensive play. Now Atkinson looks to force the turnover. But the Friars get in down low. McDowell looks to move it back up the wall, and McGee eventually skates into it. He's under pressure, though. Friars get it back again. Pass towards the slot. That's broken up. Puck is loose. Ends up beneath the goal line. Ionico has it now. He'll cut up ice with speed. Has room as he crosses the blue line. Gets tripped up. And now the Cougars regain possession. Pass comes across. Brower, his shot off the backboards. Picked up by the Friars. They look to send it up and out. And Bridgeford Jr. plays it as McGee tries to send it up the boards. It's kept in by Rainey. Mirabella on it there momentarily for the Friars. Now heading the other way, though, is McGee. He gains his own. Poked off his stick there. Another strong play from McMillan, who knocks him off the puck. Friars look to regain possession. McDowell gets it. Tries to work it to McGee. That ends up in his skates. Friars now have possession. St. Anthony's can't move it out of the zone initially. They do now. 2-on-2. It's chipped in by Michael Ronnie at the end of his shift there. Sent up the boards. Icing waved off as it just slips by the stick of Carolyn. Pass intended. Actually, there was no one really there to catch it, so I can't say it was intended for anyone, but that was the general idea. Won't go there for the Cougars. We get a coverage. We get it covered by Tempone. We get a whistle. Pesci in the dot. Can't win the draw. Puck comes out to the blue line. Shot from the Cougars is deflected. St. Anthony's wins the board battle, but the Cougars got it back. 2 shot attempts won't go. Attempted pass towards the slot won't go, and now Kircher on it, trying to pinch to get it. Franco keeps it at the line initially, ends up going off a teammate. So now it's going to be picked up by Pesci. Lead pass goes to Kircher. He looks to cut to the outside. Under pressure. He's carried it beneath the goal line, looks for the pass. That play's broken up. Sal Riccio trying to keep it in the corner. And now puck comes back up the wall. Franco keeps it in initially. And now it leaves the zone on the stick of Palma. Nice defensive play there by Pesci. Breaks that one up. Cougars recover. Still looking to settle it, though. And they send it up the wall, but it's kept in. Shot from the point is deflected. That ends up going into the corner. Franco will take over for Middle Country. But his attempt to reset is intercepted by St. Anthony's. And an icing from the Cougars. 1-goal game with 1:24 remaining in play. Once again, these two teams in a three-way tie with Longwood JV for that last playoff spot in the JV division. Face-off won by the Cougars. Stauffer with it, heading up ice in transition, cutting to the outside, looks to cut back in, can't find a pass across, won't go for Granahan. Riccio tries to keep it in at the line, can't. Spears will collect, and now heads up ice, cuts across, picks up speed, then pulls up along the line, poke check, and now in transition, a chance for Sakino. He can't get the shot, he gets the pass, and Bissigno scores! And it almost felt anticlimactic there as it ends up going into the corner off that great Sakino turnover, or rather takeaway. Just that nice poke check the line, so he settles it. The Cougars have actually gotten back, but you don't pick up the back door. And that goal was actually scored by Michael Rainey, 62, not 82, my apologies there. Initially believed that goal, actually believed it was going to 72, so. Face off one back, less than a minute remaining in play. Friars now lead by 2. As the pass comes to Ionicone, but he can't settle it. Sent the other way, Cougars. Now look, head the other way in transition. Play is broken up though there. And then icing is waved off after it bounces under a couple Friars sticks. That was Bissigno on the forward check there. He's had a strong game for St. Anthony's. McDowell looks to reset. Finds Ionicone just too far ahead of him, but he gets it back. Pass towards the slot is broken up. Puck comes out. And as the Cougars look to reset, Ionicone checked up. But by the time he did, the Friars got down to neutral ice. And we'll head to the start of the second period. 15 minutes gone by. We've already seen 6 goals, averaging a goal every 3 minutes, as the Friars now lead by 2. One penalty in the period. That was committed by Eamon Sullivan. That led to the second Cougars goal. Opening goal of the period was scored by William Bissigno. Last goal of the period was scored by William Bissigno. Initially, I thought that was Rainey there for a second. It did end up getting credit to Bissigno. Suppose I shouldn't have second-guessed myself there, but Vincent Mirabella scored the second and third goals of the game for the Friars. That was just 17 seconds apart. Friars scored 3 times in the first 3 minutes. Stauffer answered back less than a minute later. That goal was unassisted. His second goal was assisted by Ian McGee, who's had a strong game for the Cougars today. And while we've seen some solid saves from both Tempone and Kenneth Bridgeford Jr., there's not much you can say these goaltenders could have done on the ones that went in. A lot of fast-paced transition hockey. And when you run that run-and-gun style of offense, you can't be surprised when you let a couple in your own end. Makes for an exciting game here at the rinks. Last JV call of the night. Brett Spears in the dot for the Cougars, has 15 points in 6 games played this year, 93 in blue. On the other side, it's Peter Kelly. Kelly wins it back that time, but the Cougars force a turnover off the draw, and they'll recover in their own zone. Brower on it. Sends it up the wall. Friars intercept. Sent across the crease there. Now, St. Anthony's has possession. That was Fresh who made the initial play in transition. It's a shot, and it's saved by Bridgeford Jr. Face-off is one back. Sullivan's shot, that goes wide. Kircher on it, picks it up. Pass, ends up in Spears' skates. He skates into it, he's on sides. Fires a shot, and a save by Tempone. And a big save for the St. Anthony's netminder. Allows his team to retain the 2-goal lead. Stauffer in the dot. He's matched up against Michael Rainey. Face-off is one back by Stauffer. He collects it himself, but a turnover. And now the Friars head the other way. Stauffer gets back, trying to force a turnover here. He can't. McGee can. And now Granahan and McGee combine to get the zone entry, and the Friars nearly force a turnover. They do. They get it out. Stauffer steps up, regains possession, resets. The Cougars' leading scorer gets it back now. Coming in, fires a shot. Got deflected there. You can see just by the bounce of the puck. And now Granahan heading the other way. Pass shot. And a great save by Tempone. Nice chance there for Riccio. He just couldn't find the back of the net. Friars have just 7 subs tonight. But if you look at St. Anthony's JV Gold's bench, that's not that bad. They only had 4. Shot from Stauffer, he scores. Make that a hat trick. Cougars are back within 1. A nice shot there, just beats Tempone 5-hole. Nothing he could do there. It's a 1-goal game. St. Anthony's 4, Stauffer 3. Of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit when I say it like that, but McDowell gets the entry for the Cougars. Riccio keeps it at the line. Ionicone steps into it, tries to make a pass to Atkinson, who collects it, makes a pass to the slot, bouncing puck, can't be settled. Friars head the other way. Chance in transition, my apologies. As Bissigno couldn't corral it. Ionicone raced back there to break that one up, and now he has it. Has numbers if he hurries. Finds the pass to Atkinson. He'll skate into it. Sullivan wins the race to the puck and ends up moving up the wall to Bissigno, who leaves it for Kelly, who works it on back down in his own zone. Atkinson on the pinch, breaks that play up. McDowell sends it back to Atkinson. He settles it, puts it off the back of the net. McDowell gets it. And now Atkinson looking for the pass, can't find it. Turnover forced by Kelly. Graziano back, can't cover the pass. Shot goes over the net, a golden chance for Bissigno. after he blew by the Cougars defense. Heading to the way now, Kelly, another chance. Shot misses. Spears picks it up. Has Ionacone looking for the pass, has his stick lifted by Bissigno. Great defensive play from the Friars. Centerman, turnover forced. Friars forward, I should have said. Reinhardt moves it up. They gain the zone, and it's Aquino with it. Shot towards net, that's turned aside by Bridgeford Jr. Kelly collects the loose puck. Still has it, makes an escape turn, cutting back in the slot, shot, and he scores! And you just can't give him that much time and space and not expect that to happen. You see he comes in on the forecheck, collects that loose puck, looked for the pass, fakes it there, because let's be honest, there's not much space for him to make that pass to the defender, and he just makes the perfect read on that play, you know. As a player, you're always taught to think about the unselfish play, as Bridgeford Jr. is pulled. Andrew Martins will come in, but we always want our players to make the unselfish play. That time, sometimes you have to know when to take it yourself. Friars up by 2. Spears wins it back. McGee chips it up. Friars take over. Offsides. St. Anthony's can't move it through McGee, but they'll reset in their own end. Play is broken up. Spears heading up ice with speed. Makes a nice escape turn. Cutting in on the backhand. Pass across. Won't go. Looking for Kircher there. Just couldn't find him. And that's going to be icing against the Friars. So after 6 goals in the first period, we've already got 2 here in the second. Face off, one back. McGee's shot deflected. Kircher steps into it. Cuts in, fires a shot from the top of the key that's blocked by Sullivan. Wearing a C for St. Anthony's black, but Spears got it back, fired a shot that's deflected by the Friars defender. AKA Sullivan, their captain, as now McGee heads in, fires a shot, and that's stopped by Tempone. And we get a whistle. And these saves are coming at crucial times for the Friars. Stauffer in the dot. Kelly wins it back. Granahan can't get it that time. Stauffer forces the turnover, but his pass intended for Riccio won't go. Has it back now. Cutting in, fires a shot from an off angle. That goes wide. He's going to wrap around the boards. Franco will race for it, but he's going to collect it beneath his own goal line. Sends it up the wall. Turnover. Friars coming in. Shot! And a basket catch there by Andrew Martins. Welcome to the game. He stops that opportunity for the Friars. One of those passes where you can see Franco going for the change, favoring that left foot. Looks like his lace has come undone. Wow. Don't see that very often with the lace coming undone on the ice. Stauffer against Kelly. Kelly gets the better of him that time. Puck comes to the point. Sullivan works on back down low. Riccio steps into it, tries to find Granahan or Stauffer in transition. They couldn't that time, and puck is now re-entered Cougar zone. Sent up the boards by Charlotte Riccio. Stauffer chips it on in. Cougars on the forecheck. They can't recover it. Palma carries it around, looking up ice, trying to find Kelly. And now he's elected to carry it himself as he gains the zone, forced to pull up. Then his pass broken up by the back check of Granahan. So he'll collect it beneath his own goal line. Stauffer lining up behind him to collect a turnover, and it's goal! And another Cougars turnover in their own zone. It's now 6-3 favor of St. Anthony's, and apologies, didn't quite catch the entire goal on that replay. It's now 6-3 in favor of the Friars. Cougars won the face-off. They can't gain the controlled zone entry. They have it now, though. Pass towards Atkinson. He can't settle it in the slot. Picked up by McDowell. Tries to get it right back. Atkinson shot turned aside. Rebound comes free, but the Cougars can't capitalize. Sent back up the wall. Pinched by McGee. He breaks the play up. Cougars get it back to McGee. That was Atkinson there on the pass. Pass across to Atkinson. One-timer won't go. Some nice looks there for Middle Country. They just can't capitalize. And now a cross-ice feed. They're coming in. Bissigno collects it beneath the goal line. Pass was just a little bit too far ahead of him. He got to stick on it to avoid the icing, but couldn't find the shot initially. Comes back to him at the blue line. He fires a shot. And a save. Puck is loose, and they score! And another one of those plays where see, it ends up under his pad and just can't find it in time. And we get a whistle. Face off. One back by the Friars. Cougars looking to force a turnover. And they do. Bissigno now has a hat trick on the night. Peter Kelly has 2. Vincent Mirabella has 2. On the other side, Harold Stauffer has all 3 for Middle Country. Pesci, lead pass. Off the stick of Kircher. Friars carry back into their own zone. Offsides is waved off. Spears will chase. Sent up the wall. Kircher keeps it in. His shot towards the net is turned aside by the paddle of Tempone. Comes back up the wall. Cougars pinching to keep it in. Spears reached, couldn't get it, and now he's racing for it. Absorbed contact there is, the call is offsides. I believe both teams thought a penalty was coming on the play. Not entirely sure why that was as the puck comes in. On the chip in, Stauffer trying to settle it. He can't. Then a shot tipped. Friars still have it. Looking for the pass in front. Won't go. Pesci has it now. He's got Spears with him. He cuts in now. Split the defense. Looking for the pass. Comes across. Pesci can't get to it. Cougars still trying to chase. Kircher now has it. He absorbs contact, but Spears can't collect the pass in the slot. Stauffer collects at his own blue line. Now, Cougars will press again. Stauffer carrying with speed, cutting in. Poke check, forces the turnover. Pesci will cover, but the cross ice feed. Stauffer back checks and breaks that up. A great defensive play. His pass broken up there, but his feet haven't stopped moving all game long. Plays with the pace and tempo that you want to see from your team's top player. Friars come away with it after the board battle. Puck comes to the point. It's sent back in. St. Anthony still has beneath the goal line. Cougars trying to force a turnover. Ionicone gets it out. Puck isn't free yet. Now it is. Kircher one-on-one has the back checker coming after him. Play is broken up by Sullivan. And Kelly will head the other way. Picked up by Stauffer. Finds Graziano. He's coming in. And an offsides call breaks that up. Cougars hadn't yet completed the change, and that's one of the issues you can run into with a long change when you have players changing off sides, and it's never something any coach wants to see. I'll say that much. And you can hear it from here, Middle Country bench talking about that very issue right now. Zoom in on that bench. The coach. Zoom in on their coach. They're talking. It's a timeout. So the Cougars timeout, you can see a bit animated on the bench. Like I said, this game has playoff implications for both teams. So after that timeout, Onacone in the dot. Cougars win it. Correction, Friars win it. My apologies there. They'll chip it in here. McGee goes to collect. Cougars lines look like they've been in a blender recently, trying to make something happen here. As a good defensive play there. I believe that was Sullivan. And now Middle Country enters a nice play from Onacone. Shielding the puck well there, but now McGee shot. He scores! And a well-called timeout can do wonders. Cougars put an end to the Friars' run of 3 goals unanswered. As you see there, I don't believe Granahan got a stick on that. I think that's going to be accredited. I believe that's going to be accredited to McGee. That would be my assumption. But we'll wait to see what the scorer's booth has for us as the Friars win the face-off. McGee now with it, coming in. Odd man rush opportunity. Slap shot turned aside by Tempone. High rebound. McGee on it. Can't come away with it. Sent up the boards. And then Onacone came back in. Friars have it. Puck comes back up the wall. Sakino with it. And then a turnover forced by Granahan. Has it now. Pass towards the slot. Won't go. Rebound. And the call on the ice is no goal. A great save there for Tempone. And you see it here. His pass across, he gets a stick on it, but it comes out in the high slot. He gets the glove on it. Can't corral it initially. But he comes down and uses his body to shield it, prevent it from going in the net. And that's about as good a recovery as you can hope for. Onacone can't win the draw for the Cougars. Friars look to press in transition. Sullivan chips it by McGee. He's on the forecheck now, really showing off his speed there in transition. He forces McGee to pull up. Gets back to the blue line as Friars forward group takes over. Puck comes back to the point though. Sullivan sends it down low. Picked up on the opposite side. Franco gets knocked off the puck though. Sal Riccio can't settle it. Friars with possession. Working the puck down low. Looking for the pass across. Play is broken up. Sullivan a good play in transition to break up the Granahan opportunity. Pass towards the center. But now the Friars head the other way. Cougars. Granahan forces a turnover, but his pass goes awry. Now the Cougars get it out again. Onacone has it. Sullivan's back though, and he breaks that play up with a well-placed poke check. Play beneath the goal line. Cougars knock Sullivan off the puck. Iannacone works it down low. Puck ends up bouncing off the back of the net before Sullivan elects to ice it. We'll get a whistle here. We'll get a stoppage. Middle Country coming out of that timeout galvanized. Start cutting into this lead. And that goal by Granahan, assisted by McGee. Initially thought it would be credited to McGee. His Stauffer's shot is stopped right off the draw. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the period. Atkinson collects. Stauffer at the point now for Middle Country. Looks like he's playing defense. Not sure I've seen this from him in the past half of the season or so. Definitely didn't see it last year as the Friars pick it up beneath the goal line. Turnover for Stauffer, heading the other way with speed, has it poked off his stick, but Graziano takes over, heading up ice with speed, makes his move, cutting in, finds, oh, the backdoor pass won't go. Then an off-angle shot, Atkinson collects the rebound, can't get it off in time. And we're gonna see on the replay here, because they're clearly creating some offense with Stauffer at the point. It's working out for them. You know, a lot of the time you do see your best skaters on defense, but not getting enough on that rebound, forcing it on the backhand. And now Spears in the dot, looking to win it back to Stauffer. Now this I've seen on the power play. Friars won it back. They have it now. Pass comes to Stauffer. It was in his skates and a turnover off that. Bissigno racing back to break it up. It's Kircher. And then a save by Martins. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the second stanza. Cougars have scored twice. The Friars have scored thrice. That rhyming was not the best decision I've ever made. My apologies for that. Spears has won the draw for the Cougars. He'll look to head up ice now. With speed, gains the zone, tries to make the toe drag move against Sullivan. That play's broken up. Cougars can't keep it in. Icing is waved off. And McGee races for it against Bissigno. McGee wins the race, sends it around the boards. Friars race to keep it in. They can't. Spears has it. He makes the lead pass to Pesci. Looks for the drop pass. Can't find it initially. Spears looking for Kircher across the ice. That pass towards the slot from Kircher won't go. Cougars can't connect on the offensive zone passes there as that puck is sent down. Not enough on it for icing as McGee forces a turnover, cuts up ice. He's left two Friars, four checkers behind him as he enters and cuts to the outside. Shields the puck well beneath the goal line, looking for the pass. Can't find it initially. And then his look won't go. Was looking for Pesci there. But now Sakino heads the other way. Lead pass finds Bissigno. His shot, and he scores! He's got 4 goals on the night. Friars lead is 8-4. A great look there. And the Friars enter this period leading 4-2. If nothing else changes, they'll leave this period leaving 8-4. And now the Cougars' zone entry won't go. Stauffer collects the blue line. Lead pass broken up. Granahan steps into it on his backhand. Shot off The pad, and they score! Middle Country strikes late. Go to the net and good things happen. You see Granahan forcing the turnover here. He's going to come in on his backhand. Can't get much on it, but he gets enough. And then it comes out, and Riccio is going to put that one in. Friars lead now cut back to 3. But in a barn burner like this one, it might as well be a one-score game. Face off, one back by the Cougars. Stauffer heading up ice with speed. Cutting to the outside, has it poked off a stick, he recovers it. Backhand won't go, ends up with Ionicone. And then the Friars send it down. The length of the ice will get a whistle for icing. 8.3 remaining in the second stanza. Spears steps out onto the ice late. McGee steps out too. Stauffer will stay. They actually called Granahan to the bench, apparently. Initially did not appear that would be the decision, but Spears with McGee and Stauffer at the point. Spears couldn't win it. Friars have it. They pin it down low. They get it free, and the shot from the slot won't go for Ionicone. 8-5 Friars after 2. Game of playoff implications going down to the wire. Both teams currently in a 3-way draw with Longwood. After this game, Longwood will still have one game in hand. Actually, they might have 2 in hand, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Longwood has only played 7 games this year. Both Middle Country and the Friars have played 8, so after this, they'll actually have 2 games in hand. Not entirely sure how they have 7 games played on the year, and well, the schedule works out that way sometimes. So, after 2 periods, going to try and provide an update on those last goals. Bear with me here, trying to make sure the official scores numbers in front of us. And goal scorers during this period was Harold Stauffer at the start of the second. Well, that was assisted by Granahan. The next 2 goals were unassisted. Those were by Peter Kelly for the Friars. Both of them unassisted. Both of them by Kelly. Bissigno scored, followed by Granahan, followed by Bissigno yet again, and Riccio closed it out for the Cougars. They had a chance late, too. Granahan has 3 points on the night. Stauffer has a hat trick. And Riccio, the other goal scorer for the Cougars. And for the Friars, they just have 3 goal scorers as well. 4 from Bissigno and 2 apiece from Kelly and Mirabella. Face off one back by McDowell. Stauffer finds Graziano. He heads up ice with speed. Pulls up. Makes the pass to Charlotte Riccio. Pass goes through her stick. Through her skates, rather. My apologies. And now Stauffer picks it up. Looks to head the other way. With speed. Cuts to his backhand. Cuts to the center. Fires a shot. That goes off the pad and into the netting. An exciting chance there for the Cougars. We get a whistle. So the face-off in the left side dot. McDowell wins it back, but the Cougars can't get a shot off. Attempt from Atkinson won't go. Stauffer steps into it, and he'll send it down low. It's picked up by McDowell, and a penalty comes. Let's see which team that's against. Just going to wait one moment. Sullivan to the box for the Friars. McDowell will go for the Cougars with that late trip, so it'll be offsetting. We'll see if play is 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 in a moment. and it will remain 5-on-5. Spears out for the Cougars. He's got Kircher with him. Stauffer still out. Face off. Won by the Friars initially. And then a near breakaway opportunity for Bissigno, and it's fired in on net by McGee. Tempone covers. We get another whistle. 51 seconds gone by here in the final frame of play. 3-goal game between St. Anthony's JV Black and the Middle Country Cougars. Friars win the faceoff. They send it around the board. Sakino has it. Springs Bissigno. McGee racing back. Tries to poke it off his stick. Can't. But the shot won't go for Bissigno. His pass across. Bounces over the stick of Sakino. Try saying that 3 times fast as Spears enters. Passes to Kircher. His shot won't go. We get a whistle. So, Spears in the dot once again. Stauffer at the point once again. Friars win it back. They cover it. And it'll be deja vu all over again in the face-off dot. Spears wins it back that time. A shot from McGee. That ends up in the netting. I think there's been about 6 seconds of actual play off the last 2 draws. Spears wins it back. Shot from McGee. Won't go. Kircher on the rebound. He collects under pressure. Ends up giving it to McGee, who sends it back down low. Spears settles the bouncing puck. Pass towards the slot. Shot won't go for Kircher. A golden opportunity for the Cougars. Now Bissigno in transition. McGee forces him to pull up. And then Bissigno tries to cut back. That play is broken up. Now Spears forces a turnover. Cougars have a 3-on-0 in transition. Spears with Stauffer. He elects to shoot. It won't go. The rebound doesn't go either. A golden play by Tempone. A golden goal opportunity. That is, Tempone broke it up. Not sure that. That's just something where if you're the Cougars, you can't miss on that opportunity. As we get the icing, it's going to come all the way back down. Cougars with a 3-on-0. Spears, there wasn't a lot of space there. You know, your first instinct is to say, oh, you should pass 3-on-0, but when there's not a great amount of space between the 2 players, it limits the impact. Friars pass broken up. Stauffer cuts in on his backhand, shields the puck well, forced to pull up, ends up in the corner, looking for the pass, ends up firing one off the opposite half wall. McGee knocked off the puck by Mirabella. He looks up ice. Pass comes to Frisch. Play is broken up. McGee still has it for the Cougars. Turnover forced by the Friars. They have numbers if they can hurry, but McGee forces a turnover there. Battle along the boards. Nyanacone breaks that one up. McGee takes a hit. The Friars break up the play. Good defensive play there from Brady Reinhardt. Cutting in now. Reinhardt, my apologies. Stauffer shot is gloved by Tempone. Friars netminder coming up with a series of clutch saves here as the Cougars get a full line change. Riccio, McDowell, Atkinson, Brower, Graziano. For the Cougars on the other side. Rainey in the dot for the Friars. Carolyn on the ice along with, as a turnover is forced by McDowell. Shot towards the net, pass is deflected. Graziano pinches but can't keep it in. McDowell settles it. Cougars check up. They enter on sides. Nice play from McDowell there. Gets poked off his stick. Now the Friars have a chance in transition. Carolyn with it. Forced outside by Graziano. Pass comes to the slot. And a nice shot there. Won't go for the Friars. As now leaving the zone off the stick of Atkinson. A good look there for Palma. Him and Carolyn connecting there on the rush. And now McDowell carries it in. His shot attempt won't go. That's blocked by McMillan. Him and Sullivan, the D pair for the Friars, as an attempted clear for Palma won't go. A good keep for Graziano. Sullivan picks it up. Forced to pull up along the wall. Does so again. Evades pressure. St. Anthony's looking to get the zone exit. They do, but possession ends up with Brower. Both teams trying to settle it down a little bit more after a lot of high-octane, high-tempo offense. Some more defensively oriented lines. So a shot goes over the net, that's deflected. And now Pesci ices the puck. We get a whistle. Probably the longest period of time we've seen in this game without a goal. Certainly the longest amount of time at the start of any period. After all, we saw 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second stanza. We saw 3 goals in the first 3 minutes by the Friars in the first period. And now the Cougars look to press in transition, but the Friars have 3 players back as Kircher looked to Granahan. Couldn't find it. Now the Cougars look to reset. Puck comes back down. Franco settles it. Looks to McGee. He pulls up. Sends it up off the wall. Bounces over Bissigno's stick. It ends up with Reinhardt, who chips it in. Franco on the puck down low. Cougars looking up ice. Iannacone can't get the pass off. Time to Granahan. Had a chance to spring him in transition, but now, correction, that was Pesci. My apologies. As that pass goes off the back of the net, Franco has it. His shot won't go. Blocked. Ends up with Granahan. He fires a shot off the iron. Then a shot from the point turned aside. That was Stauffer there. Entering the play. Correction, that was McGee. My apologies. The two really can't be mistaken for each other on the ice, but they both have very heavy shots. Resetting in the Cougar zone, a turnover nearly forced by Bissigno. Now he's got it, and a Friar all alone in front of the Cougars' net. Bissigno looking for the pass. It's broken up by Franco. Ends up bouncing in the slot. Cougars can't get the breakout. Now McGee forces a turnover, absorbs contact from Bissigno. Bissigno got the worst of that one. Now McGee looking up ice. He's got a chance in transition. He's got Granahan with him. It's a 2-on-1. Forced to shoot. Great defense there from the Friars. To get a whistle. Tempone standing tall in his crease here. McDowell in the draw for the Cougars. And a shot from Stauffer is blocked. Friars send it out of the zone, but they don't get possession, so Stauffer picks it up, moves it to Graziano. He's really liked that look since moving back to the blue line, trying to get Graziano going in the neutral zone. Has great speed. So he pinches there to keep it in. A nice play for the Middle Country blue liner. Came away with it now with McDowell. His pass won't go. Rebound. It's free. Puck is still loose in front of the net. Still uncovered, and we get a whistle. We have now reached the midway mark of the third and potentially final frame of play. I can say confidently that this is the longest either team has gone without scoring. The face-off one, Stauffer shot, and a bit of friendly fire there. And now McDowell trying to keep it at the line. Has it on his backhand. Stauffer calling for the pass. In the slot, by the time he gets it, the bouncing puck can't be settled. He pulls up along the wall, cuts in to his backhand, pass across, deflected, high stick, but St. Anthony's plays it. Ion Cone steps into a shot from the point, that goes wide. Stauffer steps into a rebound, that goes wide. Ion Cone picks it up, looks up ice, has Stauffer on the far wall. Turnover forced. Friars have a chance 2-on-0, that won't go. Not enough room there for St. Anthony's to necessarily make something happen. As they look to get the clear, they can't. It's kept in at the line and blockered aside by Martins. Stauffer picks up beneath the goal line, tries to reset. McDowell has it, pulls up, looks to Graziano, and Stauffer's going to collect that on the opposite wall. His pass intended for McDowell won't go. Stauffer trying to knock it down, ends up being forced to try and recover it in his own zone as the shot goes off backside of the net. And now he'll carry it up ice in transition. Stauffer gains the zone, looking for the pass, can't find a shot, save, and no one there to collect the rebound for the Cougars. But whistle as the net comes off. Stauffer to the box, Cougars to the kill. 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Cougars make a change here. Getting the penalty kill unit on after the Stauffer penalty. They're down 3. Neither team has scored yet this period as the Friars can't win the draw cleanly, but Atkinson can't settle it. And a shot that's gloved by Martin. They're going to need some big plays here as they make a change here. Spears heading out onto the ice. Trying to make something happen late in the game. A whistle after unfair draw. They redid it. This time, Friars come away with possession. Behind the net. Wraparound attempt won't go. Puck comes to Atkinson. He chips it up and out of the zone. Gets just enough on that to send it the length of the ice. Spears is now playing defense for the Cougars as Granahan comes to collect. Ends up tied up a little bit there, but McGee gets it out of the zone, but not far enough for his liking as the Friars re-enter. McGee pulls up on the kill. And a pass intended for the back door. McGee gets it. Heads up ice. Chips it past. Skates into it, has Atkinson in front. Pass intended. It's deflected, but doesn't go in. And now we have 1 minute gone by on the Friars power play. Play at the line. Spears breaks that one up. Now enters 1-on-5 as he's sent to the ice. Cutting outside. Friars shot stopped by Martins. A good glove save. .42 seconds remaining on the Stauffer penalty. 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the game. Spears looking for the pass. Pass is broken up initially, but now Pesci comes away with it. Coming in 1-on-2. Takes a couple whacks, and now Sullivan heads the other way. Poke check. And now the Friars are forced to reset. Worth mentioning that Keno wears the other C for the Friars. Sullivan wearing 1 as well. They've run 2 captains at their JV program for a very long time. As the penalty expires, puck leaves zone. Stauffer gets tied up coming out of the box. Coming in 2-on-1. Friars shot that's deflected into the netting. We get a whistle. 11:10 gone by. Stauffer wastes no time. Wouldn't shock me. I actually thought they were going to keep him out there. Yeah, they will. I don't think he'll leave the ice for the rest of the game. I don't think Spears thought he was coming. He's not coming either. It's going to be Spears staying out with Stauffer. Graziano on the point. Pesci and Kircher up front. I wouldn't be shocked if 2 of those 5 don't leave the ice for the remainder of the game. Win, lose, or draw. Longest scoreless period in this game. 1 back. Stauffer shot turned aside by the stick of Tempone. Kircher on it, trying to settle it. He can't. Friars looking for the clear. Puck comes up, but not out of the zone. Now a 2-on-1 chance. Stauffer breaks that up. Cutting up ice. Enters the zone. Cuts to the outside. Coming in. Shot. And no goal. Tempone keeps it out. Spears on the forecheck. 1 Cougar, 2 Friars in the zone. Pesci trying to enter the fray. Now 2-on-3 forecheck. The puck comes out. Nearly collected by Kircher. Friars looking for the clear. Pesci helps to break that up. Graziano keeps it at the line. Stauffer gets it. And he's forced out by Palma. Resets. D-to-D pass won't go. Chance in transition. Kelly with it. Drops it off. The shot won't go. Stauffer blocked that one. Friars can't settle a loose puck. Then a pass to the back door. St. Anthony's can't get the shot off. Puck comes to Bissigno. Less than 3 minutes remaining. And Stauffer gets it back for the Cougars. Looking up ice, looking for the pass. Under pressure. And he elects to chip it in, but not far enough. As Bissigno picks it up. And his lead pass can't be settled by Fresh. Spears now has it. Cutting in. Fires a shot that's deflected. Tempone will cover. 2:14 remaining in regulation. Cougars down by 3. We've gone 12:46 without a goal. The longest stretch by far in the game. And we'll wait to see when they go empty netters. You can see the Cougars have made a full line change. And now the Friars head up ice in transition. Bissigno's shot goes over, and that bounces off the top of the backboards. It's sent up the wall. Miscommunicate there. Friars keep it in. Could keep by McGuire there. Now it comes up the opposite wall. Ionicone can't settle it. Sullivan chips it back in. Puck is pinned. Franco races for it. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Cougars need a clear. McGee with speed. Coming up ice. Enters onside. Pulls up. Passes the slot. Shot won't go from Ionicone. Pokes it down low. McDowell on it. And now McGee pinches. It's do or die for the Cougars. McGee's past the slot that's broken up. Granahan on it. Pass comes to the top. McGee steps into it. Shot deflected just wide. Comes back up the wall. McGee gets it again. Pulls up on his backhand. Makes another move. Shot turned aside. Rebound is free. McDowell's shot won't go. McGee's on it, or correction, Granahan's on it in the corner. He's under pressure. It's an empty net, and we get a whistle. It's going to be a penalty going against the Friars. 53 seconds remaining in regulation. 3-goal deficit for the Cougars. And if you're just joining us, you might be surprised this game has been in reach this entire time. This is the longest stretch of play we've seen without a goal. Now it appears the Cougars, I had initially believed they called a timeout earlier. Appears that's what the Friars bench is mentioning. If you appear that they were trying to speak to the official, couldn't get a response. They're talking to their team now. Cougars drawing up a play. And we'll see who they've sent out. It's Spears, Stauffer, Granahan, Graziano, McGee, and Dion Cone. Two minutes on the Cougars' power play. They hope they don't need all of them. Shot from Stauffer, turned aside. Rebound is loose. Cougars up and man. They're empty net. It's they're on the power play. Drop pass. Graziano. Pass across. Shot. They can't score it. And Tempone keeps it out. A highlight reel save from Tempone. Friars lead by 3. And if you can't score on this play, sometimes you run into a hot goalie, and this is just one of those times where that's a great save. That's a great second save. And a game that will go down to the wire. 6-on-4. Cougars win it back. Shot from Stauffer, blocked, ends up in the corner. McGee picks it up. Pass towards the slot won't go. Puck comes out of the zone. Graziano. Oh, no, he kept it in. Great keep by the Cougars blue liner. Granahan's pass blocked. Shot around the wall. 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Stauffer has it. Fires a shot that's deflected. Another save by Tempone. And a block. And another attempt by Spears. Second attempt won't go. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Pass to Ion won't go. And that'll about do it for regulation as the Friars score. And the Cougars score. But the Friars will win. 1.2. Tempone, nothing he can do there, and you just see, didn't quite catch all of that, my apologies. It's 6-2 now, or it's 8-6 now, but there's not going to be any more time left on the clock after that power play goal. There should be there's 1 second remaining in regulation. And they let it burn off. Final score at the rinks. Final is 8-6 in favor of St. Anthony's. JV Black. Tempone comes away with the win. A sensational third period. Gave up just 1 goal after being peppered with shots. Friars pick up 2 critical points in the playoff race. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to give us a follow at LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.